AITA for laughing at my mom when she told me she would never let a man come between us. For starters, I just want to say I love my 21F mom. I think for the most part she is a great lady, though she has a fear of ending up alone, which oftentimes means she stays with men too long and disregards us. Now this attribute wasn't too bad until she met her now fiancé David. David is not my cup of tea. Before my mom and him were together, my mother and I never fought, but David would constantly instigate fights between us for no reason. Literally one time he told my mom I was being disrespectful for going to a school-sponsored event and not getting home right on time because the buses were late. He also makes terribly rude remarks to my siblings and I, most of them being grossly sexist, homophobic, and ableist. My brother has a mental disability which David perceives as him being lazy.
He also makes rude remarks to my mom a lot, but does it under the guise of being nice or helpful, which basically means he says it with a smile. He was not very nice to his animals either, which I think is disgusting, but luckily he doesn't have any at the moment, so I don't need to worry. I told my mom from the beginning, when I was 17, that I didn't like him, and she told me she wouldn't sacrifice my happiness for hers. So now since I'm an adult I usually just leave her be. The other day though we were talking about a friend of hers who is basically emotionally abusing one of her kids to appease a man. My mom said, "Ugh, it's just terrible, I would never let a man treat my kids like that or come between us." Which I just laughed at. She got irritated at that and asked why I laughed, and I just said that she might not have been as bad as her friend, but David does treat us disrespectfully, which you have chosen to ignore. I told her it's fine now and you should hold your friend accountable, but you're also being a hypocrite. She freaked out, started crying and hung up. My brothers thanked me for saying something and said I was in the right, while my aunt called and said I'm an adult now, so it shouldn't be any of my concern what my mom does/who she dates. Which I guess is right. Though AITA? I didn't even think what I said was that bad, and are all things I had said as a minor as well.
NTA being an adult doesn't mean what she did wasn't comparable to her friend. Stick up for yourself and your siblings. She has let a man get between your relationship. NTA, tell your aunt your mother is an adult now and it shouldn't be her concern when her sister is rightly called on out being a pot calling a kettle black.
NTA. This is called virtue signaling, and good for you to call her on it. You shouldn't go out of your way to be mean, you totally weren't, but don't let her revise history right in your face, lol. She seems very unself-aware, self-unaware? Smiles. NTA, she's upset because she knows you are correct.
NTA, I guess maybe your aunt didn't get the whole story. In any case, you were absolutely in the right. Hypocrites just hate to be called out by design. Hard NTA. I understand humans are flawed and capable of overlooking, ignoring a lot when it serves them. And maybe your mom truly was blind to her own hypocrisy and shocked by your response. But the fact is, she enabled David and stayed with him even though he treated her kids crappy at times. She was apparently self-aware enough to state she wasn't gonna sacrifice her happiness for yours. Which is not how parenting should be. I find it hard to believe she doesn't feel guilty on some level about this. Hence her reaction. You, very gently, spelling that out for her and laughing at an absurd comment does not make you an aw. Your aunt is also an asshole in this case. I would have called out her hypocrisy too. Must run in families. She's gonna insert herself in your relationship with your mom but then say it's not your concern. Right. I would have told her, actually, this isn't your business or concern either. It's between me and mom, but out. Becoming an adult doesn't suddenly erase the crap your parents put you through, and it's amazing you were able to basically take it in stride. NTA, she asked, after really setting you up something fierce for that. And it takes a specific kind of lack of self-awareness to fall that far down the path. You didn't lie. You've been telling her right out of the gate about this, and she's ignored you. The idea that you're an adult now, it's not your business, is sketchy in this case at all. Like, you didn't tell her to break up. You pointed out, again, that he's been a shitty person. By that logic, it shouldn't be any business of your aunt how you interact with your mom. After all, you're all adults now. NTA, she is a bad mother. She doesn't get to cast judgment on others and expect her children to sit in silence. I also wouldn't let this drop now. She will want to sweep it under the rug. Bring it up again. NTA, mom needed a reality check. NTA, you told your mom the truth and the truth hurts sometimes. She was being hypocritical when clearly her BF has been over the line rude to you and your siblings. I'm glad you're an adult and don't have to deal with that toxicity anymore, but your brothers do, and your aunt is wrong about you not saying anything. It's right to stand up for them too. NTA, that may be the wake-up call she needs. The fact that your siblings thanked you speaks volumes. You may have just saved them from further abuse. Also, lol at your aunt saying, "You're an adult now," in a call where she's berating you like a child. If David was truly as bahi you say, then NTA, it's hurtful to say what you did to her, but I think it needed to be said. Hopefully things end up okay for you. NTA, you didn't comment on who your mom could date. You commented on a statement she made which you have personal experience of being a lie. Mom is trying to rewrite history to absolve herself of guilt. You called her on her bullshit. NTA, your mom isn't as great of a lady as you think she is. Sounds like she prioritized herself and her love life over her children every step of the way. She's a deadbeat. NTA, lack of self-awareness on her part. She took ignoring that to the next level. Yikes. I think she is probably most upset because she knows it's true but doesn't like that you called her on it. She probably thought because you stopped complaining about it that you changed your mind. She busted out crying because she knows it's true. NTA, judging by what you're told, she needed to hear that. Though you could have worded it less harshly. Because she has seen David through the pink glasses all the time, she may have not realized what that son of AB has been doing. Hopefully your mom will now pay attention how her fiancé acts with her kids. NTA, your aunt is, though, not her business to judge when she only has your mom's version. NTA, truth can hurt, but it's still the truth and it needs to be said. NTA, I think this might be a first step for her to start seeing things more clearly. Of course, truth hurt her, but this can be a valuable lesson and it might help her make things better for both herself and you. Best of luck.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.